Namaste. Today's lesson is a little bit about yoga etiquette. And if you're in this teacher training, you are experiencing or have experienced some students that will walk into a class and they're kind of unaware of their surroundings, so they make it a little bit uncomfortable for others. As a teacher, we try to be really kind to them about having them learn yoga etiquette, because it might be foreign to them, and it's not something that we try to be really elitist about. It's just things that are common sense. And I took this from a teacher in Seattle. Her name is Taffy, and she owns a yoga studio, and it's kind of awesome what she's written, and I really like it. First things you want to tell them is when they come into the studio, you want them to remove their shoes. There should be a place inside the studio that it is designated for people's shoes. They usually have a cubby or something that they can place their shoes in. Never bring your cell phone into the studio. Leave it in the car, yes, or in the lobby area. If they have to bring in their cell phones for some reason, make sure you understand why and that they have it on vibrate. It's simple. Come to class to practice with an empty stomach. That's something that you learn through experience. But if we can teach them how to be comfortable throughout their whole experience, it's a great thing to teach them. Not to eat so much before practice. Be early to class. Entering a class constantly late is disruptive and it's disrespectful to others. If you do arrive a few minutes late, take a breath, sit quietly in an empty spot. Wait till eyes are opened and talking has begun before you unroll your sticky mat. Yeah, I don't know if you've been to that class that person comes in late and all of a sudden you hear that huge noise of the sticky mat. It's a little bit disruptive. You know, yes, things happen and you might come late to a class, but make sure that you're very respectful to other people around you. Bring your own mat. Yes, I know that some yoga studios rent mats, but it's more hygienic. Teach them about owning their own mat. Wear comfortable clothing. The clothing doesn't have to be so trendy and pricey that it costs you your paycheck. Clothing that's comfortable that you can move in. Ask questions about anything that's unclear. You may ask during class when appropriate. Refrain from wearing heavy perfumes. Some people get nauseated by different kinds of smells, so be careful. Just teach our students to be careful with what kind of perfume they're wearing. If they have any health issues, make sure that they notify their instructor before they continue practice. Not every pose is appropriate for different conditions, yes? Even women that are pregnant or menstruating or people with glaucoma or high blood pressure need to tell their teachers what's going on, because we can't just slam those people into headstands or inversions or some things like that, right? So we need to know what's going on physically with a person before we put them in certain postures. Let go of your competitive mindset. Yoga is not a competition. It's not just a workout. It's not just techniques for relaxation, and it's not just cross-training. It's a spiritual practice that makes the body stronger, more flexible, and generally much healthier. The purpose is to calm the mind, open the heart, and stimulate our spiritual evolution. Be kind and loving to yourself by accepting where you are. It's okay to come out of a pose before the teacher says to. Yeah, you're not going to go to yoga jail if you come out of a pose. If you need to come out of a pose, make sure your student understands that. Yes, yoga is about where you are today at that present moment. Yoga is not gutting it out or no pain, no gain. To the contrary, the body will respond beautifully when you show it kindness, acceptance, and love. Rest sometimes if you need to. Do what you can with what you have and with where you are today. No experience or flexibility is required to practice yoga. Yoga is for everyone. Try to stay for the entire class. If you need to leave early, tell the teacher beforehand and exit before final relaxation. Most classes end with namaste. A lot of classes begin with chants and ohms in the beginning and ohms in the end. Yes, Om is the universal sound. Namaste is saying the divine in me salutes the divine in you. And we usually end the classes this way. I like to end my class also by saying Satnam, which means God is truth. And a lot of our students need to know what these things mean because they don't know this language. And so it can intimidate them. Just explain to them the definitions of these words and they'll be more comfortable. Enjoy your yoga experience. Enjoy your process. Teach our students to be comfortable in their own space. Namaste.